My name is Leah Smith. I live in North Wales in the UK and I have 5 beautiful children. Since the 22nd of March 2017, I've been lying flat. My world was turned completely upside down when I had a diagnostic lumbar puncture, which began my nightmare CSF leak journey. A CSF leak is a life-changing and completely debilitating condition where your brain and spinal fluid escapes out of a hole or a tear in its protective sac called the dura. CSF leaks can be spontaneous, especially in people that have a connective tissue disorder such as Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or they can be from an injury such as a fall or a car crash, or from a herniated disc or bone spur in the spine. You can also get a leak from an epidural when you have a baby, or like mine from a lumbar puncture. The symptoms of a CSF leak differ between cranial leaks and spinal leaks. So, a leak in your head may present as a clear fluid occasionally dripping from your ear or nose or down your throat, especially when you bend forward. And this is often misdiagnosed as allergies, whereas spinal leaks are more likely to give you problems with your vision, symptoms with your ears, problems with your memory and cognition, and cause pressure, pain and numbness in your head, face and neck, and more commonly feel like your head has been hit by a train travelling at full speed. The symptoms can vary in severity, so some people with a slower leak will notice that their headache, I hate using that word as it's so much more than a headache, so they will notice that their headache will build or come on in the afternoon or later in the evening. The symptoms only disappear when they lie down, but other people like myself will have their symptoms after a few seconds or few minutes of sitting or standing upright. Being upright is key. So if you know anyone that has symptoms that are relieved by lying flat, then you absolutely need to consider a CSF leak. I have no doubt whatsoever that there are hundreds if not thousands of CSF leakers in the UK alone that are undiagnosed or misdiagnosed with migraine or other disorders, including doctors thinking that it's all in their heads and there's nothing really wrong with them. There are only 6 experts worldwide, none of which are in the UK. Here we have less than a handful of doctors scattered around who have taken an interest in leaks and have far more knowledge than the mainstream and are trying their absolute hardest to help, one of which I saw privately myself a few weeks ago. He was wonderful. A big problem is that most GPs, A&E doctors and consultants just don't recognise long-term CSF leaks and don't know how to diagnose or treat them, leaving so many people suffering when they needn't. Some people with leaks will self-heal. Some respond to something called an epidural blood patch. Some people need numerous blood patches. Other people need surgery to seal their leak. And some people's leaks don't ever get fixed, no matter what they do. For me, after 2 failed epidural blood patches, I have no idea if I'll ever be one of the lucky ones that gets healed and be able to take my children to the park or to the beach or to watch them move up in their swimming lessons. Since March, I've been lying flat either in my bed or on a hospital ward. I've already missed so much. I've made this video in the hope of reaching leakers that have no idea that leaking's even a thing. But also I aim to raise awareness in the medical community so that leaks get recognised in patients with positional symptoms instead of being dismissed and prolonging their suffering. So if you have symptoms including a headache, or you know someone who has symptoms including a headache that are relieved by lying down, please have a look into CSF leaks. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge raised a massive amount of awareness, so today I'm following suit to raise awareness for CSF leaks. You're more than welcome to chuck a bucket of icy cold water over your head, but I thought, seeing as though us leakers spend a lot of time lying down, that planking would be more suited. So, plank anywhere you fancy, the more random the better, and post a photo or video on your Facebook, and nominate your friends and family to do the same. This really could happen to any one of us. It happened to me. So, get planking for CSF leaks. Thank you.